The man convicted a year ago of murdering 4 University of Idaho students wants to take back his guilty plea and go to trial. That's according to court documents we obtained this afternoon.
Brian Kohberger is serving 4 consecutive life sentences with no possibility of parole, but he now claims he's innocent and was misled into confessing to those murders. KTVB's John Webb has been following this all day long. John, what can you tell us?
Justin Morgan, Kohberger claims his legal counsel, quote, threatened him into entering a guilty plea. In his own words, Kohberger writes he was, quote, convinced to falsely confess to capital murder and felony burglary by coercion, disinformation, false promises, and the withholding of exculpatory discovery. Kohberger lists several examples. Number 1, Kohberger claims his public attorneys didn't inform him about alleged clumps of unknown hair in Ethan Chapin's hands. Number 2, Kohberger says his attorneys advised him to lie to get a, quote, legal victory in entering a guilty plea. Number 3, he claims his attorneys gave him a, quote, gross misrepresentation and promises of what a life sentence would mean. He says his attorneys also gave him a fabricated story about how small a death row cell is. For all those reasons, Kohberger claims his attorneys induced him into making a plea agreement. I called his former attorney, Ann Taylor, today, but her office said they were not commenting. But this afternoon, we're hearing from the Latah County Prosecutor's Office. They said in a statement, quote, "We are saddened by the recent news that the admitted murderer of Madison Mogen, Kaylee Gonsalves, Ethan Chapin, and Xana Kernodle continues his efforts to victimize their families and friends. Our office is prepared to defend the well-deserved convictions and sentences and ensure justice prevails." The Gonsalves family also sent us this statement. It reads in part, quote, "The mosquito you just can't seem to swat. This is what Kohberger and his following have become to this family. Regardless of how this turns out, our family is 100% ready. An actual trial this time? Let's go. We are confident he will get the death penalty that he escaped by pleading guilty the first time around." We're also hearing from Attorney General Raul Labrador, who said, quote, "My office stands ready to do whatever is necessary to ensure justice is fully carried out." And Morgan, you talked to a legal attorney to give us a little bit more insight into what happens next?
Yeah, exactly, John. When Kohberger pleaded guilty, he testified under oath that he was voluntarily and knowingly doing so. He also agreed not to appeal his case. So, how was he able to file these post-conviction petitions now? We took that question to local trial attorney Kurt Holzer.
So he's asked the judge, hey, I want to pull it back and go forward with my trial. Judge isn't going to grant that motion. Here's the underlying game he's playing. He wants to, because he waived his right to appeal when he pled guilty. So what he wants to do now is then appeal this denial so he gets that in front of our Supreme Court. So he keeps it going. It's a cruel game he's playing, if in my opinion, in my view, that keeps it alive, that gives him something to do.
Prosecutors have 30 days to respond to Kohberger's petition, and then Holzer says there will likely be a hearing where Judge Hibbler will hear initial arguments from both sides, and at that point, the judge would decide whether or not to move forward. But again, Holzer is almost certain Hibbler will deny Kohberger's motion. We're back after this.